Hi everybody, so let's take a look at digital planning in Goodnotes. So I've been using Goodnotes for I think almost like 5 years now, so I've kind of got the gist of what's going on, and I thought I'd share some tips and tricks with you guys for if you're looking into going into digital planning on your iPads, especially Goodnotes, where you can kind of expect some tips that I recommend you maybe try out. So that's what we're going to be covering in today's video, and I really hope you guys enjoy it and maybe find it helpful. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kayla. I make a lot of technology / lifestyle and productivity videos, so if that's something you're interested in, I would really love if you would subscribe and join our little community. So let's get right into it and cover all my tips and tricks for digital planning in Goodnotes. So I have two types of planners that I really want to primarily focus on in this video, since these are the two most, like I would say, mainstream planners. So obviously there are hundreds of different types of planners and ways to adapt your planner, but yeah, these are just like in a general sense pretty popular types. So the first one I have here is a dated planner. So these generally have like set spreads. You just go ahead and fill out whatever they have made for you. They have set styles and all that. So this one here I found on Etsy. It was pretty cheap and you got so much with it, and I actually really like it. So as you can see here, for these planners, you have all these little like areas where you can go to. So every one of these little things here is like a link to a certain page. Here the sides, you can go to your months and you can go ahead and click on it and it will take you to that month, as you can see, like that. Here are also a bunch of templates on this specific bullet journal that you can go to. So they have different types of templates, and then you can go in even further to fill out the different templates. So these have usually like a lot of planning to them, and they're pretty set. You don't really have to do much. You just have to do the planning part basically. And these are really nice. So for instance, this planner here has like, you have your monthly overview. You can click on each day and go ahead and go plan that day specifically, or you can go to your monthly overview, monthly check-in, or you can go to your week. So here you can see you have a weekly summary, you have hourly planning of your week, you have focus for that week, and then meal and fitness. So this planner has a bunch of different things. Obviously, depending on what planner you get for yourself, it might have different looks and different spreads. This is just the one that I have. And what was really nice about this planner that I got was that it came with a bunch of different sticker sets that you can go ahead and use throughout your planner, which is really, really nice. So yeah, these were all included with the planner. The other planner that I want to focus on is one like this, which is a bullet journal, which basically has nothing in it. You're basically responsible for all the spreads, all the planning and layouts. Usually they'll have somewhat of a layout like this. As you can see here, we do have some tabs here that you can go to go to the different types of months. They just kind of, with every month, like here in February, if you go to the right, they have different sections. So this is your title page, which you're currently on. Then you have your calendar, and then you have week 1. So then you can go ahead and just duplicate this page every single time for different days in week 1, or different weekly spreads, or just spreads for that specific week. So you just go ahead and click here and then just duplicate your page. So yeah, that is basically how this works. It's a lot more, I think, pressure on the person using it to fill out and make sure you're doing the right thing, making it look pretty, all that stuff. It's not just filling it out because it is completely blank. But this is also really nice, and if you're very creative, I think this will be very nice to do. I loved doing bullet journaling, especially when I was like in high school. I absolutely loved bullet journaling and all that. This 2023 planner is also like, just if you're in a time crunch and you don't have time to set up elaborate spreads every week, I think like a dated planner is definitely best for you. But yeah, it just really depends on personal preference which one is the one for you. I would never say that one is better than the other, because some days I like the idea of like bullet journaling and sitting down doing it myself, and other days I like the idea of having already a set template and I just fill it out. So it really just depends on what your personal preference is. I think a big tip for beginners especially, and if you're not good at drawing or anything, a good tip is getting stickers for your GoodNote planners. So like I mentioned, this pack here did include a bunch of stickers that you can go ahead and add. GoodNotes added in the elements template, so you can save all the types of stickers here. You don't have to import it from photos or from files. So when this came out, it really became a game changer for GoodNotes, and it's just so nice to have everything. You can save your own images in here as well. And if you don't know how to do this, how I would recommend, if you have like a bunch of stickers that you want to import, I would recommend opening up GoodNotes and then bringing up files here at this side as a split view. And then all I did was I went ahead and opened up this elements tab, went to the add new elements group section, and then I just titled it whatever I want. So this one was mood and water. And then in files, you select all of these and then just simply drag it over, because from GoodNotes itself, if you go to import from and you try to select multiple, it doesn't work. So you have to import it one by one, which can be very time consuming. So for bulk importing of stickers, I recommend just opening up a window for GoodNotes, opening up a window for files, and then just selecting it all and dragging it into GoodNotes. So that is how you can go about adding stickers and whatnot. And like I said, stickers just add so much for this type of dated planner and for bullet journaling. As you can see, I just use the stickers here as well. It's just so nice to have, and it saves actually a bunch of time as well. Also, for both of these types of planners, we have covers. So for instance, this planner here has this cover that you can go ahead and set which one you want. So all you need to do basically is just move this one here, and then that will become my cover image. So now if I go out, you can see this is now my cover of that bullet journal. So whichever image is first in this pages area is the one that's going to be your cover image. So let's go to this page here, click on the three dots and go to copy page, and I can go to my bullet journal here, and I'm going to go ahead and click on this drop down option, click on add page before and paste page. And now when I go out to my digital bullet journal, you will see that is now the cover. So whichever image is first in this setup of thumbnails is going to be your cover image for your planner. Also, something I do want to cover before we move into each planner individually is how to add any type of document from GoodNotes to your home screen. So if you'll take a look at my screen right now, here you can see I have one that says 2023 planner. So this is just something that you can add to your home screen. So then when you tap on it, it will take you to that planner immediately. It won't just take you into GoodNotes and then you have to go into the planner. So all you need to do is you need to go to the Shortcuts app, which looks like this. Then you go ahead and click on the plus button and search for GoodNotes. And as you can see, it brings up all your different types of documents that you have. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add this 2023 bullet journal. So you just tap on it, and then all you need to do is click on share, add to home screen, and then you can customize the app icon, such as like how it looks on your app on your home screen. So I'm just gonna go here, choose file. And the planner that I showed you guys that I bought on Etsy actually already has app covers. As you can see here, these are the options they give you. So you can go ahead and just choose one of these or just choose any image that you have in your photo library. And then you can just go ahead and title it. So I'm just gonna call this bullet journal, or just like shorten it just to show you guys. And then we're just gonna go ahead and add that. And now that will be added to my home screen, as you can see here. So if I tap on it, it will open up that bullet journal that I just showed you guys. So that is really nice to do also for just convenience. Just add it to your home screen and then you have it there. So now let's first focus on my dated planner here and kind of how I would recommend you go about using these planners. I don't have to say I won't utilize every single aspect of this planner. I know there are people who love spending hours in their planners, which I am just definitely not one of those people. It's more for me like just grabbing it and just filling it out. This planner has a lot of templates. So for instance, productivity has like 15 different types of templates here. Then you go back home, you go into lifestyle. Again, 15 different types of templates, and all of these are really helpful. I will use some of them. They have a lot of health and fitness pages here as well. Then we have here wellness, a lot of trackers and gratitude journal. They also have some finance pages here, so you can plan yearly finances, you can budget more. And then also here in the homepage, when you go to references and guides, they have some references that you can go to. So they have color themes that you can go ahead and add to your Goodnotes. If you don't know how to do this, all you need to go to your pencil icon or highlighter, whichever one you want to save it to. Go to custom, and here in this hex section, you have to type in this color code, and then it will save that as a preset. So that is something you can do. They have YouTube videos, they have all that. So obviously not every type of digital planner has something like this, but it is very helpful. They have a bunch of reference guides and how-to guides and all that you can go over. So this is really nice for dated planners that I'm mentioning. They basically do everything for you. Like I said, you just basically fill it out. With these planners specifically also, I feel like they can be very bare. Like here, for instance, it's a lot of white space. And for these planners, I think specifically it's very helpful to add in stickers. Since, like I said, there are sometimes a lot of white spaces, you're not going to use every single aspect of it all the time. So taking advantage of stickers, whether you got them with your planner or just bought them or downloaded them from somewhere else, I think is really, really helpful to just, I think, take the load off a bit more. So if I didn't want to use this entire section, I could basically just decorate it with stickers, or I could just possibly leave it out. But if you didn't want to do that, you can just go ahead and add a few things just to make it not look as bare. I think one of the main pros about these type of planners are definitely the quick links. They make everything so much easier. You can quickly reference February by clicking on just the text of February, and it takes you back to the month, and you can go back into your day again. They're all so very easy. So if I go to my weekly summary and I see, oh, but I want to go back to my daily, again, just tap on it and it takes me back to my daily. So it's just so easy to go back and forth between different pages. So definitely, if that's something that is very important to you, we can go ahead and just get you one of these planners. So that is what really makes dated planners, I think, a winner for some people. Whereas let's go ahead and cover bullet journaling now. Is a lot more time consuming, but I still really like it though. So here is an example of like a very cheap digital planner that I got off of Etsy. It was like $1 literally. The person actually wanted to make it free. So this is so nice, and it's very plain and simple, which is actually what you need for a bullet journal. So for instance, like I said, we're gonna go into the month of February. I did all of this. I made every single type of like sticker in here. It started off just like this as a blank page. So like I said, it's a lot more work for the person planning. But if this is something that you want to do, it's very much fun to do, I think. Again, taking advantage of stickers here as well is very, very helpful. So I can go ahead again to the quick links here. This is my tile page. I can go to calendar here, and I can draw up a calendar. And one of my main tips for this is you reusing spreads a lot. So if I were to make like a whole calendar spread in here, okay, this was very roughly drawn, so don't ever take this as an example of what a good calendar looks like. But what I'm saying is, if you want to reuse spreads, it's really easy to do. All you need to do is just either you can just like copy this completely, copy, and then go to your page. So say I want to reuse this for March's calendar, I can just go ahead and paste it. And then it's just like that, easy to reuse. So what you can also do is make just one grid that's going to work for any month in the year. And then all you do is you just go like this. And you click on add element, choose in which one you want. So this is the month one. And then you just go to, let's say, March and calendar. And let's go ahead and just add that in by clicking on this element section, the month one. And then it's there. You just reuse it every single time. So I really recommend making use of this elements section for things you reuse frequently to save you some time. And I mean, it's there, so just definitely use that. With this also, you have a lot more flexible layouts. So if you bought like a dated planner with this type of aesthetic at the beginning of the year and you're kind of sick of it by the middle, you're kind of just stuck with this. But with your bullet journal, I mean, the background is pretty set, whatnot, but your spreads can be definitely whatever you want it to be. So we've covered stickers and how I recommend you use that within your bullet journal. It really helps just make it look pretty. But another thing that is really helpful for like things like, as you can see here, I lettered this word February. Lettering in Goodnotes itself is very, very hard. This is my attempt. As you can see, it's wonky, it's wobbly, it's just not that great. So I would recommend going into Procreate if you have it, or any lettering kind of software. Usually I create a new layer for each type of text, and then I just write whatever I want. So let's go write out monthly tracker. I have this set to very high, the sensitivity settings, so that it's not as sensitive. Okay, you get the gist. This is kind of written in haste. And all I do is I copy that layer because I don't want to save each individual piece of text to Photos and then import it, because that's just going to take up a lot of space in Photos that you do not need. So all you do then is you just paste, and then that is that. Usually what I do, because as you can see I have like a big canvas here, I just go to the Photos tool, make sure you have the Photos tool selected, and click on crop. Usually I just do it freehand and then just crop it out like that. So then it's way easier to work with, and then yeah, you have that. So that's what I recommend you do for like if you want to play around with more like doodles, or if you want to do more like lettering and things in your bullet journal, maybe even in your data journal. Obviously you can do that as well. But yeah, for bullet journaling, I feel like Procreate is really nice to just like copy your text or your doodles, whatever you're doing in Procreate, and then just paste it in Goodnotes, and then it looks pretty cool. So that is one of my big tips as well, which I've always done, is using Procreate for more like precise lettering and things like that. And also then in bullet journaling, because like data planners have everything set up for you, like I've already mentioned, they have all the quick links here. You just go ahead and play around, press around, go to each day, go back to your month, all that. In your bullet journal, again, you're way more responsible for how interactive the quick links work. So like I said, for this one specifically here, you have your 2023 spread, and then you can go to your month, and then each month has some little tabs here. So I have a title, calendar, and the week one I think is the most tricky one. So even every time you can go to week 4, week 5. But say you do daily spreads instead of just one weekly spread, you're gonna have to go ahead and copy this page every single time, and make sure you paste it after that page, and then it will still be within the week 1, week 2. Otherwise it might get like thrown around too much. And luckily with copying and pasting these, they all keep their hyperlinks. So this is the second week 1 page that I just copied and pasted. So if I click on week 1 now, it's just going to take me to the first week 1 page. But luckily it's still kind of in order. So yeah, staying on top of your page layouts and how it works with the quick links is definitely more tricky when you have this kind of setup. So that was all the very basic tips that I have for digital planning. If you want more videos going into depth on different topics on digital planning on your iPad, I would definitely do those, but this was very much a broad sense of digital planning in Goodnotes and what you can kind of expect, different types of planners, how they work, all that, and some tips in between here and there. So that was my video. I hope this helped you guys out. If it did, give this video a thumbs up, and just let me know if you have any questions. Again, I will definitely reply to all of them, and I will try to make some more videos for you guys if you're interested in that, on more depth about like digital planning and tips. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.